Okay, so, I'm a parent. I've got relatively young children. The thought of putting your child in somebody else's care is always a concern. And, we live in a very, very congested country. The idea of 16 children in what is essentially a van with seats in it, being driven by a teacher to, an event or to a museum or some kind of outing, is great, except it leaves you with a little bit of trepidation. The idea that they might be in a vehicle that is not reasonably new, that's not properly maintained, that might have issues, obviously is quite frightening. So the advantage of having a leased minibus is that it is subject to very, very rigorous and well audited maintenance procedures. So part of the package that we provide ensures that we routinely inspect the vehicle for safety purposes, that we do on-site maintenance, and we are there to support the school throughout the typical 5-year term that they have the vehicle for. And that's another valid point, by the way. These vehicles tend to be with the school for 5 years, but they don't do particularly high mileages. So, it's really important that you've got somebody who's managing that externally. It's a lot to ask the school to be able to keep on top of that. So, it's hard enough managing your own vehicle. So I do think that parents can be reassured if they know that a professional company that does transport for a living is behind the provision of the vehicle that their children are getting into. And I think as well, teachers, it's a big responsibility. You can imagine what it's like. You're driving a minibus, you've got 16 young people making quite a lot of noise in the back. As a parent, it's hard enough at times driving my car with the family on board. That's a big responsibility to ask of a teacher. And so at the very least, it's essential, I think, that you make sure that the vehicle they're driving is managed in what we could call a professional way.